Okay, so before we get started on the Game Awards, because we thought it was an amazing experience, I would just like to give not a shout out, but maybe like a suggestion to Rockstar Energy drinks because I've been drinking so many for Halo that I think we deserve a sponsorship. I'm just saying.
Yeah, come on, Rockstar.
I've been chucking these bad boys every day for these Halo Infinite codes just for some skins and rewards, and I feel like I deserve something out of it.
I've really grown to like the fruit punch ones.
Yeah, same. That like yeah, exactly. I'm collecting all 4 collectors. Yeah. All 5 collector sets. Do people actually collect cans like that?
Oh, I'm sure there are people that have them on their shelf with like their Halo stuff.
That's hilarious. So I just want to give a shout out to them because they should totally sponsor us and everyone else. And speaking of sponsors, everyone, and I mean everyone, should check out our YouTube, our TikTok, our Instagram now. Yeah, Instagram.
Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter, literally everywhere we find podcasts because we're selling out and we're doing big things and we love you guys and you should love us back. Yeah. So, Game Awards, right? It was great, wasn't it?
Oh, I think I said it best when I said I hate video games right in the middle of the Game Awards. I mean, there were some good things. There were some surprises, which was nice. Overall, I'd give it like, I was like in the middle.
I would say that was the worst Game Awards so far.
The like pacing, the like 70 different music live concerts so ridiculous that we had for it, like
Imagine Dragons was super cringy,
right? And there was nothing like big that was like, oh my god, like they announced this at the Game Awards.
Well, hold on, like I would say Alan Wake 2. That was probably like the most surprising, and even then that has like a very weird like not niche, but like culture behind it.
Right.
Like there's a lot of people who love that game to death. So that was cool. Like I'm excited to play the second one. But besides that, there was nothing that was like, oh, whoa, what?
Right.
Nintendo was just mostly absent. They had like just a generic like trailer.
Right. They had like a quick here's all our games coming out next year.
Don't forget we play indies.
Yeah.
Don't forget. Like we got gameplay footage of Suicide Squad, which I mean,
it looks cool, but like
I'd rather have announcements of things that I didn't know previously. Like, yes, this was a gameplay trailer. That's great, but I already knew this game was being released.
Right?
I didn't realize it was Rocksteady either. And I hate teaser trailers. And by I hate teaser trailers, I mean trailers without gameplay. So, like the Wonder Woman one. Okay, I'm glad they're making a Wonder Woman game, which we didn't realize this. I didn't put an article on it yet, but I was reading that apparently it's going to have a Shadow of War's like Nemesis system to it somehow, which it's like
sounds cool, but like I think we were talking about it when they announced it. It's like Wonder Woman's just like such a boring character by herself. Like, who's she gonna fight? Like Cheetah or like I couldn't even tell you another like Wonder Woman enemy
because she has too many godlike powers that just make her like the stronger the character is, the less like personality they have. Like Superman, I think is an incredibly boring character. Like
oh yeah,
I wouldn't read a Superman comic if you threatened me. But Batman, he's human. Like. Is he overpowered? Like it's debatable, but he's strong in his own way. But he's just a really cool character.
Right.
Wonder Woman, I guess it's like an icon for women, for like a superpowered female, and I understand that. But like I've never seen her as someone like, wow, I didn't know this about Diana. This is crazy.
Right. Like she's always just part of the Justice League, and that's what made her cool. Like
right, exactly. Like she was one of the founding members,
right.
Which I can understand why they picked her. It was probably a safe bet, but I think, I mean, I can't think of another great female. Actually, you know what? I would take Catwoman. I think Catwoman can make a good. I think Catwoman can make a good game. I think Green Arrow would make a great game personally, but
they should do like a Teen Titans game like they're doing for Suicide Squad, where you get to play as everybody. I think that would be sweet.
Just
all right, Rocksteady, scrap it. Come on, start again. This is what the people want.
Wait, do you know what studio made the original like Teen Titans show? Because I would just like that universe. I would like cheesy one-liners. I'd like to hear "booyah." You know, I'd
I don't
like
know.
that.
I don't know who made that.
You know, yeah, I have no idea. We just watched it as a cartoon as a
Yeah.
kid, but that slapped.
Oh yeah. And then they ruined it with Teen Titans Go.
Yeah, you know, actually, it's apparently doing just really well.
It
has like 3 movies now.
After the crossover movie with the original Teen Titans, I heard it like completely turned around and it's like amazing now.
Really?
Like the first couple of seasons were just like stupid goofy, like for no reason. But I don't know. I have to watch it still.
I mean, I based at least the good news is that with the Suicide Squad game, it looks interesting. I like that you can play as every character, and I thought it was very interesting that I think what is his name, Mr. Boomerang? Is that
Captain Boomerang?
Oh, thank you, Captain Boomerang. I like that he can. What it appeared to be, you can teleport to his boomerangs, which that made him like unique.
Right.
I think that'd be really cool for the comics too. I don't think. I mean, I don't know much about him in comic lore, but I don't think he can do that.
No,
I always thought it was like, what is his character? Why is he always in Suicide Squad? He just throws boomerangs.
Yeah, like I think that he was like the fan favorite from the movies. That's probably why they like put him in, just as like the jokester.
Or like a weird comic relief, but you know, it looked good. I mean, it was cool to see that. Star Wars Eclipse, I thought that was just a terrible tease. Like
it was
really didn't.
It was like
know anything.
The trailer was literally like, here's everything you like love about Star Wars. Like here's Yoda, here's all the Sith guys, here's lightsabers. All right, now you'll enjoy our game. But like it just didn't tell anything.
Right.
And like granted, the Quantic Dream, all they make are like story narrative games where you like Detroit Become Human, where you just like sit there and do quick time events and make choices.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So like all the game's gonna be is like cutscenes, but like I wanted more about like what the actual story is gonna be, not just like here's snippets from the highlights of Star Wars, basically.
Right. It's like, hey, every character you know and love is we're just making a trailer about it.
Right.
Like, okay. You know, I mean, it looks like it's in early development, right? So like how much time did it make that trailer? And couldn't you just put it towards development?
Right.
I don't know. I mean, like that was a trailer that I think they could have just like did 20 seconds teaser. But that felt like, what was it, a minute?
Yeah. They could have just like
it was 3 minutes.
Yeah. They could have flashed forward through everything really quick and been like, all right, it's coming.
Right. Like seriously though, I think they went way too hard on the trailer to get nothing out of it. Like I don't know anyone who's hyped. Like yes, I know Star Wars fans are going to be like, "Oh, cool, new Star Wars game."
Right.
But like to me, someone who isn't really that invested in Star Wars, this gave me nothing. Yeah. You know, I mean, I was hoping for like another, Knights of the Old Republic, they're making another one, right?
They're doing a remake, which I don't even want to talk about.
Right.
I know they're gonna mess something up and ruin it, and I'm so against.
I'm just not ready for that. Right, I'm just not ready for that. What else was there? Okay, so Alan Wake 2 we talked about. That was
that's great.
That was great. Yeah, I mean it was
a really nice surprise.
Right, that was like the only surprise too. Yeah. Right, like I mean that was like a real surprise that like no one saw that. I don't think there's any leaks. I didn't read anything about it. And it's gonna be released in 10 years. All right, so 2023. So it's still in like early-ish development. But okay, you know what? Take your time and make it good. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It was like 15 seconds. I don't know. I'm probably actually on every news article I found about it. It's age restricted, so it's like hard to watch it from a third party.
Oh, but great.
Yeah, like okay. Then there was Forspoken, which
I just don't know what that game is.
Yeah, exactly.
Like this is the second time they've shown it, and I still don't know what the game's about.
Right, like it looks open world, but it kind of doesn't. Like you're like it looks like you're a spellcaster or something. Like it looks interesting, but I feel like they didn't do enough to show us what you are.
Yeah.
Or like they show us high paced action, which is cool, but like that worked for Devil May Cry 5 because everyone knows Devil May Cry, so it's like it makes sense no matter how you look at it. This is like this is a new IP,
right?
Which I mean, I don't think the trailer was bad by any sense. It was just confusing. I'm like, I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah.
They
that was the problem. Is I don't know what the game is about still.
Right. You're spellcaster. I guess is Forspoken a word? I know Forsaken is. I never heard of the word Forspoken.
It sounds like a word. that would be real.
Yeah,
But...
Thank you. That was cool. All right, G-Phone with this analysis
I'm a
of the
living
English
dictionary.
language. It sounds like a word, so I'm gonna believe it's a word.
For and spoken are words, therefore put together they are a word. Thank you. This is my TED Talk.
So next one was Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
What I didn't know about this game when they announced it is that it's being made by the guys who did the Friday the 13th game, and I got just super disappointed.
Well, okay, so see, the Friday the 13th game, it failed because they had to go through insane legal hurdles.
Right.
Because the original creator of Friday the 13th just like refused to like help them beyond the initial like thought.
Right.
They're like, oh, you know what? Oh, you want more skins? Too bad. Like, okay, kill my game. Why not? Go for it. I don't understand why this is being made though, because Dead by Daylight exists and it has Leatherface.
Yeah.
So
I don't know why. Yeah, I don't understand why they keep trying when like Dead by Daylight like already does it a million times better.
Yeah, like it, and Dead by Daylight isn't perfect, but it's as it basically like the pinnacle of like monster versus man and like horror.
Right.
You know, like it what it wants to do, it achieved. But I don't see how this can succeed. Like, or then again, we don't know if this is like a survival game or like a multiplayer game. We just got like a kind of a teaser trailer with it looks like in-game cutscenes.
I hope it ends up being like a single player game with like an online mode that's like Friday the 13th.
Yeah, I think that's the only way it could be done because it's like
right, because if it's just Friday the 13th copy and pasted with Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it's dead already.
Yeah, it's just gonna die. But single player would make it interesting, but you'd have to like really knock it out of the park and add more lore to it. But so I mean, again, interesting. We have to know more. There was no release date. It was just a teaser trailer, basically. Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2.
I only got excited for this game because we heckled it like crazy when it was being announced, and now I just kind of like want to play it just to see how ridiculous it is.
Like every time I watch gameplay, I'm just like, what's the fun part?
Right.
I mean, unless you're just throwing spears at an ex-Activision employee, but you know, besides that, it's like, okay, I don't know what or like why I'm doing this. A giant baby monster. All right. I mean, I think their whole spiel is like looking cinematic, I guess.
Yeah.
Like
I think that's how the first one was too. It was like
this be super storytelling.
Yeah.
So I mean, I never played the first one, so I wasn't really excited. Maybe this got some hype behind it, but I didn't see anything around it.
Right.
Although I did see on Twitter, a lot of people were like, "God, this sucked."
Oh, for the Game Awards.
Yeah, just the Game Awards in general. Just like, what was this? They announced the Halo TV show, which I'm like, I want to be excited about. I really do, but I wish I didn't pick Master Chief. I think that was such a bad move.
Yeah,
that was too safe. It's too boring of a move. I know enough about Master Chief. Yes, there's holes you can like fill in with like on his lore, but besides that, I like, don't be wrong, Spartans is a good idea, but I personally think ODST would have been cooler. Yeah. Like the orbital drop shock troops,
or just Reach. Do Reach of all the original like Spartans and stuff. Like
that's fine. Cool. You can right. You could totally retell. Like, that's fine. Let's see here. Watch. It's 2022 exclusive on Paramount Plus, and that's great and all. Halo stars Pablo Schreiber, American Gods as Master. Wait, really? Pablo Schreiber, American Gods. Natasha McElhone, Californication, and Dr. Halsey, and longtime voice Jen Taylor as Cortana.
That's cool.
Those names don't ring any
original Cortana voice actor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think that's
Cortana.
Her. Yeah,
that's good. I don't know the other names though, which is the issue.
I don't know
but
who
I'm not
either of those people are.
Right, but I mean, Master Chief never takes off his helmet, so that's probably gonna suck for the actor.
Right? Why hire someone to be the actor when you could just hire the voice actor from the games, and the guy can just be the guy in the suit?
Right. He's like, and I swear, if they end the show with him revealing a face, that'd be really dumb.
Oh yeah.
It's like half, that's like half the cool reason behind him is that we don't know his face.
Right.
It was just teased in Halo 1. And they're like, you know what? We're done with it. Now.
Yeah.
That was
Forget about that.
Now that you know he has a face, we're done with the idea. So there you go. Now you know he's human. Look, it's an Elden Ring, right? I'm glad. I mean, actually, I was gonna say I'm glad it was shown off. I'm actually not glad it was shown off because we know enough.
Right. I'm sold on this game already. You do not need to show me anything more. And I don't want you to because it's going to spoil something and I'm going to be mad.
Right, exactly. Like I've already, based on the beta, I saw a clip of it and I already accidentally saw like another boss. I was like,
yeah.
Like I don't want to know what I'm going up against. That's like half the fun.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I'm sure this is more for advertising, like, a lot of people will see this, but I think everyone knows about this.
Right.
I think
everybody knows about Elden Ring. Everybody follows From Software like crazy. Like anything they do, people are on top of.
Well, I mean, they're just a great game studio. They just make great games. I mean, actually, I want to take a second. I want to rant for a second, if you don't mind. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm going to wait until the end. I'll do it after. I do Pokemon, so it's nothing to do with this. I don't want to.
We're attacking them today. Good. I'm ready.
Yeah, we're attacking them today. This is an attack show. Okay, this was actually surprising for Sonic Frontiers that it's going to be open world.
I'm going to say it again, like I said the other day. Sonic better be the fastest thing in the world in this game because I am not running across the giant world with him going like like I'm actually like excited for it as long as it works and it like is made right. And that's it. I refuse to buy it day one. I want to see reviews for it. I want to watch people play it first and just get like a general idea of it. And that's it.
So the reason I'm very skeptical about this is that it's going to be out in late 2022, but it's coming out for the Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. I mean, yes, and the other.
I'm never
PS5
playing it. With Breath of the Wild 2 and God of War 2 next year, Sonic, you're dead on arrival again.
You're going nowhere. You got cement in your shoes. Yeah. It's not happening. You broke a leg.
Thinking, come on.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm not happy that it's being released on PS4 and Xbox One. I mean, the fact that it's being released on Nintendo Switch says to me either they are incredibly confident in their porting or that this game is going to be like not really mind blowing or like it's not going to look great. It's like mind you, apparently it's quoted saying first ever open zone inspired.
I don't know. It also looked very empty when they were like showing the land. Like I don't know if they did that on purpose or what, but like it looked very empty. So maybe there's not a lot for it to load in. So it'll run smoother.
Maybe. I mean,
but
mind you, we didn't see any enemies or anything like that. So
right,
like it's probably like they want to show us that there's a world.
Right.
Oh God, you're right. It's holiday 2022. Yeah, oh no, why Sonic?
It's dead.
Why? Who hurt you? Look, Sonic. You're not like Mario. You can't do this.
No,
you can't be at holiday. You're not gonna go. First of all, everyone knows there's gonna be another Call of Duty next year, right? So that's gonna be a holiday. God of War was holiday release?
God of War, Breath of the Wild
Spider-Man?
2. No, Spider-Man's 2023.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, Breath of the Wild 2. Like just those alone. Right. I'm sure there's gonna be more too, but Sonic, just stick with your chili dogs and like just I don't know.
Go fast right to the grave.
Either release in 2023 or
like
release
summer.
in like August of 2022. Yeah. You can't be in holiday.
Yeah.
You are not a holiday title anymore. You just aren't. I'm sorry. I don't mean to kill your dreams. Right. I don't mean to like, trip you while you're racing, but this is not the good time for you. Leave that for the big boys. You're not big boy anymore. You're like you're like he stumbled. He's just not. He's like
right. You're like the bench warmer. Yeah.
Gotta go fast until my partner comes.
Right. Until Mario comes out, then I slow down just a little bit.
Oh wait, when's the movie come out?
Next year, I think.
I mean, it's not a tie-in, right? No, I mean,
no.
I'm sorry, not tie-in, but like
coincide. Maybe that's what they're trying to do. Yeah. Like jump on the hype of the movie.
This is funny. So at the bottom of the trailer, it says for like PS5, PS4. But then if you read the fine print, it says footage captured on PC. Not all images appear in game. Oh my god! Here comes another Watch Dogs 1 again.
Oh no!
Here we go. It's gonna look great in trailers, and then it's like released. Sonic's gonna have like one leg. He's gonna have a shoe on his head. It's like got a fast go, chili dog, and just like it's 06 but in 2022. Okay. Slitterhead. That is so close to being inappropriate.
Yeah.
It's it looked interesting.
This is one of those games that I'm gonna like love, but it's gonna be like a disaster to play. I feel like. Yeah, like I'm gonna love the story. Again, like what was that game? Death Stranding. Like I hated playing it, but I love the story for it.
It looks like Creepypasta, the video game, but they didn't show any gameplay. It's just all like in-game
cinematic,
yeah. And then they really emphasize the music as if it's like the most mind-boggling thing the world's ever seen. So
good for them.
Good for them. I guess. It's like I hope it goes well. Okay, so let's see. Next was
some hot garbage. Oh my god, he looks so bad. I don't know
who's hyping this game. I said it before this even before this. Well, actually not before. Like after the first announcement last year, I'm just like, why would I play this if there's no combat and you're just running around,
right?
Like a volcano, basically.
He also he looks awful, right? Why can you not take the model from the movie and just put it in the game? What is wrong with these studios? Like, come on!
It's been 8 years, right? How did we go backwards? Yeah, like his eyes are huge. He he looks like the burned version of the original Sonic in the movie. He looks like he lost all his hair, got some chemo, maybe went through some flames, and like he just looks like he looks terrible.
Awful.
I mean, I know he's supposed to look dirty, but he just looks sick. He looks like he needs help. Give him a good game. He's not meant to have his own game. It's just not. He is not his own game worthy.
Yeah.
Like it's just. I don't know where they thought this was a good idea.
Right.
This is one I want to have my own list of games I hope fail, and I hope this fails.
Right.
I'm just
This is like number one on the list right now.
And they describe it as stealth action, but they literally said there's no combat.
Right.
So
what are you gonna do? Throw rocks or something? Like that's not action. That's not action.
Right. Like I love the way they describe this. The game finally lets players enter the Lord of the Rings world as both Gollum and Smeagol. Smeagol, yeah.
That's always what I've wanted.
I don't think anyone was asking for that. No one. The game finally lets players do this. No one said to themselves, man, after watching all the Lord of the Rings movies, I wish I could play as Gollum. That'd be cool.
As long as the game ends with me jumping in the lava in Mount Doom or wherever they throw the ring into, I'll be happy.
What was the strategy Lord of the Rings games where you controlled the armies? Those things slap. That game slapped.
There was
like a 360.
What was the one? Lord of the Rings Conquest. Did you ever play that one?
Oh yeah,
they took the Battlefront engine and just made a Lord of the Rings game. Perfect. Oh my god, they killed it.
Yeah, and people still didn't play it for some reason.
I know, ridiculous.
That was like that deserved.
Honestly,
to be
they were all good. Like War in the North was really good. The movie games were all like pretty good. What was the online one? Third Age. Did you ever play that one? I think it was on like PS2 and GameCube, but that one was great.
So next was Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. They showed more gameplay, which I mean, it looked interesting.
Tiny Tina's the only game lately that like the more I see about it, the more I'm actually like excited for the game. And I feel like
I'm not even a Borderlands fan, but I think this looks great.
Right.
It just to me, I think it kind of sucks that there's zero like what's the word? I guess zero lore, but like you don't really. It doesn't enhance the story, I guess, because it's all made up.
Right, it's not enhancing like Borderlands, like the overall story of that. It's just kind of like a spin-off.
Right. Which I mean, I think that sucks, but it looks fun. Like, even as someone I don't play Borderlands, I'm like, I want to get this.
Yeah. Oh God.
This was this was a surprise. Among Us VR. I think the hype has kind of died,
Right?
and
I feel like Among Us is dead, right?
who's
Like at
playing
this
it?
point, nobody.
Right.
There's no like streamers or anybody big anymore playing it. I think this will be cool because we'll get like really funny clips and stuff from it to like laugh at, but like I'll never play this.
It'll be great when you want to actively break your controllers,
Right?
your VR headset. Like, it was a teaser too. We don't know. Did it come out with a release date? I don't think so, right?
It also didn't say like what VRs it's going to be on or anything.
Well, the intro video
on
has
the
the
Meta
Hive.
Quest.
Oh, Meta Quest. Oh, Meta.
Oh, you like how they changed that too? The
Yeah,
Oculus
yeah.
Quest is now the Meta Quest, not the Oculus
Ooh,
Quest
Meta
anymore.
I mean, so I don't know if they had like an exclusivity deal or anything like that. I think there's too many VR headsets on the market. I think it's confusing.
Right.
And I think
there
that
definitely
it's
is.
right. It's like it's ruining the service. This isn't a bad idea in theory, but I feel like they should just be enhancing the game, not like making some weird VR mode that I'd imagine it's actually going to cost a lot of money to make.
Probably.
A Star Trek game. Oh wait, is this a Telltale's one?
Yeah, this is where Telltale came back from the dead to do a Star Trek game.
Coming into it from Dramatic Labs, a studio made up of Telltale game veterans. Like,
what? Didn't they like say Telltale Games though?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Was like their name was under the like title for it. I'm pretty sure.
I'm trying to scrub through it. I don't see it there. Maybe we just thought it was already Telltale Games. Well, how did we determine that?
I don't know.
Let's see. Oh no, okay, no, you're right. No. Oh, okay. You know what? It said at the beginning from the creators of Telltale Games.
Oh,
and then
okay.
Batman, Walking Dead, Game of Thrones. So that's not wrong, but I feel like Telltale Games was like a studio for its time, but
right.
No one really wants that anymore. When games like Detroit Beyond Human had come out, and it's like that complete like made it infinitely better.
Yeah, they took it and did it a million times better.
Right. So, I mean, it for Star Trek fans, I'm sure this is going to be pretty cool. I guess. I mean,
right. When was the last time they got a video game?
Which is weird because like it's so ripe for like video games too. It's like a TV Star Wars.
Right. They've just never done it right, I feel like.
Right. So, I guess good for them. I hope it works out, but was it coming 2022. So it is what it is, a third person choice driven. So I'm not sure if that oh no, never mind. Anyway, Arc Raiders. Oh, this game looks so
bad.
Stupid.
Oh my god.
What's this? This is so ridiculous.
This is just like, you want to go and jump in a field with your friends and shoot stuff? There you go.
It's like you're fighting like these air robots, and that was like the most dramatic thing. It's like, oh, look at the lighting. Like, oh, cool. No one cares.
It's so dumb.
It's like, I don't know. Unless they're just like, I thought the music didn't work for it. I just thought the whole trailer was just weird. It didn't make sense to me.
It was just bad. Yeah, it just didn't tell me about the game at all.
It's just it's a player versus environment shooter, 2022. Okay. Embark Studios, which was founded by former DICE and Battlefield developers. I mean, I think it was stupid. I think this was like one of the worst trailers of the night because it didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It looked pretty, but that's it. Riot basically is making creator safe music, which that's fine. Like, you know what? That's cool.
Them. Yeah. I
right.
feel
if
like
you keep
that
expanding
should just
on it,
be every video game. Like,
don't let them listen to this because they're going to copyright.
They're going to take us down. Warner Brothers.
Yeah, like Warner Brothers. Yeah, so we just learned today that we did a live stream, which you guys totally should have checked out, but you missed it. It was hilarious. That we did a live stream of the Game Awards, and Warner Bros. Initially gave us a copyright strike because we had because they had The Matrix on there for like 10 seconds.
Right? Ridiculous.
and then like I didn't even notice it. I was on like a mini vacation. And the day after, or maybe 2 days after, YouTube was like, "LOL, JK, you're good." Okay, like that not only started by itself, but it resolved itself. But That's an issue though. I'm not sure we gotta think about that in the future, but that's
Don't mess with Warner Brothers.
yeah, we're gonna have to have like a big Warner Bros sticker. Like, we see anything Warner Bros? Nope.
Yeah.
No one can watch this. No fun allowed. This isn't Matrix. This is
They gotta
Max
start
Payne.
recouping the losses from the new Matrix movie.
Yeah, the Matrix Resurrections plus Awakens.
I heard that the demo thing they released was like beautiful, but also just like stupid. You don't really do anything in it
about it. So it is a demo.
Yeah,
I was like, based on what I was reading, it looked like it was just like a full blown game.
It's like a tech demo, so I think it's like 3 hours long. But I guess you can't show anything about it, otherwise Warner Brothers will take it down. So that's
right.
Cool.
Even if you have -5 viewers, like you're paying
Right.
bots, they'll still
we're coming after you.
Those bots didn't deserve the Matrix. Yeah. So, and I don't know. I feel like any video game Keanu Reeves touches at this point just goes to die, like Cyberpunk.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fun fact: I just read today that apparently, even though Project CD Red said that he did play the game and loved it, he admitted like the other day, like, no, I never played it. Like, I'm like, oh, that's great. But apparently, people are making mods of his character.
I saw that.
doing sexual acts with them, and he's like,
he's
okay.
Yeah, he loves it.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice when it's nice, I think he said. It's like, okay. I mean, I would be flattered, but whatever.
Yeah.
Also, I still believe that this movie's gonna suck. Anyway, Rumbleverse this is from Epic, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Okay.
Their new battle royale.
Yeah, coming to consoles next year. It's a pro wrestling battle royale game. I don't like the art. Like, after I watched it again, I didn't like the art style.
No,
I like, it looked a little too. I mean, but it's meant to be cartoony. I have to assume this is for like ages 8 to like 12.
Right. This is for like the kids that can't play Fortnite. They're gonna go to this. Like, their parents won't let them play Fortnite, so they're gonna play Rumbleverse.
You know, I mean, they released an official. Why didn't they show this trailer off? They had this trailer is for the official gameplay, and it looks way better than the cinematic one we watched, which was really weird. But yeah, I mean, like, it'd be funny if, like, when it comes out, we just start playing it. We were just like, this is the best game I've ever played in my life. I think Epic finally realized that, like, we can just keep getting crossovers and our games will just thrive.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They have so much money. They could do whatever they want and it could just like completely flop and they'll be like, yeah, whatever. We tried.
Because like a battle royale, this is a battle royale fighting game basically, or wrestling game, right? And like emotes, all that fun stuff. I'm not sure if it's destructible environments, but like the more I watch it, while I don't like the graphics itself, I think it's going to do well. I think, unfortunately, I don't hate to admit it. I think Epic has like perfected their own formula on how to monetize and work on their games.
Oh yeah.
In terms of like supporting it. Excuse me. Like Fortnite, for example. Again, we think that'd be better without the building mechanics for Battle Royale, but they always have these insane crossovers now. They're always adding new features, like now you can slide, which and like web slinging, which apparently is like the best web sling the world's ever seen.
Oh yeah, you can never fault them for being like good game designers and just like good business practices. Is the
right,
problem.
and like they listen to the people, you know.
Oh, and also, on top of everything.
I was watching this video. I thought it was so interesting. So, it's gonna sound generic, but teaming in a game is when, like, in Battle Royale, when you're doing solos, is when, like, if you and me are in the same game but we're not like partied up in, like, in Fortnite,
right? But
we work together to win. Somehow, Epic can detect that and like kick you from the game. I was watching like clips of it. Like, oh, you can't, like, hey, no teaming. I'm like, how do you possibly get that?
That's crazy. They have to have a program that like sees you both on the mini map, like right next to each other and not engaging each other for like a certain amount of time. Like, that's crazy.
Right. That, like, I mean, I thought originally like game, a kill of the game, like an Overwatch was like a crazy idea because it's very hard for a program to understand what makes like, a kill cool.
Right.
but that is like on a whole nother level. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I can't possibly fathom how they did that. So so yeah, like I said, like we might hate the game as it is, but you got to respect Epic on how they go about themselves and make their game good, or at least playable. Let's see here. Oh, okay. This is what was confusing. The Expanse.
That's actually a Telltale game. Like,
yeah,
Telltale's actually making that one.
Yeah,
but like I've never seen The Expanse, or I don't even think it's out yet. But like,
right.
I don't care.
It's also being made by Life is Strange True Color Studio, so it's like being co-developed. So I imagine, I mean, let's see, True Color Studio. So at Deck 9, who's made Life is Strange True Colors, and I assume the other Life is Strange games, they know what they're doing,
right?
And I guess mixed with Telltale's, maybe they'll just make this great game. I don't know,
Yeah.
So. Tunic.
I don't remember them talking about Tunic. Every article I've seen about the Game Awards, they said they talked about it. I for the life of me, I can't remember them announcing the release date for it.
This is a release date trailer, but I don't remember this trailer. I remember I thought it was like 10 seconds
I'm pretty sure it wasn't there, or they did it like I don't know.
Maybe it was a pre-show we missed.
Maybe it was like beforehand. But this game does look cool. It's been in development for a while now.
Yeah, it definitely it looks gorgeous. I love the art style in this one. It's kind of like chibi-ish, but not really.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'll give it a go. Apparently, it's gonna be on Mac, Windows, Xbox One, Series X, which that's really interesting to be on Mac. I feel like people should just stop developing for Mac, but that's just me. So I mean, it looks nice. I want to see more about it, but I assume it's just gonna be like an indie game. Yeah, March 16th. Maybe it'll be on Game Pass. Who knows?
Homeworld 3. Yeah, it's coming. I also like how their description for it, right, is Homeworld 3, a follow-up to Homeworld and Homeworld 2. In case you didn't know.
God, last year's Game Award, it was just like every 10 seconds.
It's like, guys, Homeworld 3 is coming out. Hey, guys, we're sorry. Homeworld 3.
There was like the amount of Homeworld 3 announcements last year is the same as the amount of musical pieces they had this year, which was just way too many. Made no sense whatsoever. And also, I have no idea what this game's about. It just it looked like random space clips, and like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Let's see here. Crossfire X
looks interesting.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I'm not sure if it's exclusively. Wait, is it exclusively on Xbox, or they just promote it on Xbox? That's always confuses me. It just kind of oh no, it's only Xbox.
Yeah.
So the bottom says Xbox One, Series X. February 10th. I mean, honestly, that's probably a good time to release. Well, wait, no, I was gonna say release a shooter, but on one hand, you're right next to Elden Ring. On the other hand, you're a completely different genre.
Right.
What do you think?
I think February right now is a bad time to release games. There's the new Horizon Zero Dawn. There's Elden Ring.
Right.
There's the Destiny expansion, which is a shooter, so like it's screwed already.
Right. Good point.
There was something else they announced that's coming out in February, though. I forget what it was. But there's something else in February that like February is just a bad time to release your game right now. And honestly, Splatoon 3 might be in March, so like it'll be dead by the next month, if anything.
Yeah, so I didn't think about Destiny. That's I'm sure that's gonna be way more popular at the time. Which like it kind of deserves it. I mean, they actually, I was reading some conflicting things. Like apparently, Bungie is also, like doing some naughty things in terms of like its employees.
Yeah, I don't know where it came from. Like just like out of the blue, I saw an article about it, and then their CEO was like, "Yeah, we truly had no idea any of this was going on." And then it was like a bunch of blah blah blah, and that he's on top of it now, so he's gonna like start really looking into it and see what's going on. But like, yeah, I guess they really didn't know anything about it. It like all just came out the other day, apparently.
Yeah, well, I hope it's better than Activision Blizzard. Oh wait, I was gonna say I mean, Activision originally owned Bungie, right? Or did they just
Right.
work together for Destiny?
No, they owned Bungie.
Okay, and then they're like,
And then Bungie got
nah.
out finally. Yeah, they could escape.
Please let me leave.
Yeah.
If it like the Activision Blizzard like left the basement door unlocked and creaked a little bit, and Bungie's like, I gotta go.
Sunlight, I'm out.
Sunlight, please. The light, profit. Thank you. No more harassment.
Yeah, we're out. We're free. We can do whatever we want.
Okay, so this next thing was new, right? Nightingale.
Yeah, this game I was actually like really interested in. It was like the one game, like new game. I was like, wow, this is cool.
It definitely looks interesting.
It's like a mix of
Rust, yeah. And like what's the word? It's not steampunk. Victorian, I guess it would be it, right?
Yeah.
Like actually it says there, Victorian era. Scary monsters. So it says here again with the scary monsters with new monstrous human faces in a shared world. So it launches in early access.
That's
on
pretty
PC
cool.
next year. And yeah, I guess I just always I'm not really a fan anymore of the early access crap because they always push it to the limit and just refuse to fully release it.
Yeah, it'll be 3 years before it actually like fully comes out.
So this next one, PUBG Battlegrounds, it's finally free to play now. This kind of reminds me of the Microsoft meme where it's like, or Microsoft Explorer, Microsoft Explorer, where it's like, on the plane, it's like 10 years like late to something, like
right.
It's like I just got here, guys.
Like the I'm going to Area 51. I'll be right there, guys.
Like, okay, but see, what angers me about this is the fact that what about the people who did pay for it originally?
Right. Oh yeah, they screwed everybody. And honestly, the only reason this game has like a small player base like here is because of like Dr. Disrespect. I can only imagine like his viewers are the ones playing it.
And the mobile version is doing way better now, which I thought was I was very surprised. I was like, oh, okay, like maybe you should focus on that because they totally lost the war.
Yeah,
like they started it and just like for some reason didn't follow the trend that they needed to.
Right.
They kind of did crossovers, but didn't really work well.
Yeah, or they did them too late too. Like I feel like they only just started doing them like last year. When like Fortnite's been
and like on mobile, it's like, oh, you can be the Joker or Harley Quinn. It's like, okay,
yeah, cool.
That's all right, I guess.
Fortnite already did that.
Cuphead was. I'm sorry. The delicious last course DLC is finally coming out June 30th.
I could have sworn this came out like 3 years ago. The DLC. I thought it was like the year after the game came out, the DLC came out, or was like announced at least.
Isn't this? Yeah, hasn't it? Yeah, it was announced like years ago.
Right? Why make it a DLC? Just add it to the sequel at this point.
Are they gonna make a sequel though?
I'm sure they will eventually. It did so well. Like
true, but it's just I don't know. I feel like a DLC this far. Like after the fact, like will the player base really come back?
Right, which they might because it was really good, but there's like so much other stuff to play at this point. Like I don't know.
Plus, I mean, I'm sure this will be great for speedrunners. I'm sure it'll be fun for them. But besides that, I don't know. I think it's way too late. But what do I know? And then also, I guess you can play as a third character now. So
yay!
It is what it is. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 trailer. This was probably one of the better things that we saw all night, and it's not even a video game.
This was probably the best trailer of the night, honestly.
Yeah, this was like, actually a genuinely good trailer. Like, bias aside for like it being video game related, like this was just like an interesting, funny trailer. And it's like also apparently the internet's going wild because what's the voice actor's name for Knuckles?
Oh, Idris Elba.
Yeah, apparently at some point he's like, I'm not gonna make the Knuckles voice sexy, and then everyone's like,
well, that was a lie.
Yeah, that was a lie. Like, congratulations!
I hope they keep doing well, and they add like Shadow and Amy.
I have to. They will.
And Big the Cat. I want Big the Cat. Bring him to the cinematic universe.
Yeah, bring Big the cat, but he's like he's in like a tourniquet and just can't like he's just in like an asylum. Like, where's the frog? I
Yeah.
can't catch the frog. Like, but yeah, I mean, it looked interesting. So they're finally introducing Chaos Emeralds. I imagine just based on what we saw, I think this one's going to be like he found one Chaos Emerald and there was like working around it, and then the end's going to be like, oh, there's more.
Yeah,
that's my best guess. And then 3 will probably have Shadow or Supersonic, whatever you want to do with it.
right.
But I mean, let's face it. Wow, I'm just blanking on his name. Dr. Robotnik.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah, Jim Carrey. He just knocks it out of the park. Like I first thought he was gonna when it was first announced he was Dr. Robotnik, I was like, this is gonna be stupid. Like I thought it was gonna be.
I had no faith.
I don't understand.
I was like, oh, Jim Carrey's like super washed up and just like insane now, but like he killed it.
He just he just like reinvented the character, but it still makes sense in a weird way. Like, it's so great. Like the dance scene, it was perfect. I don't know. He does a great performance. I'm just, good for him. Good for him. Okay, this was a weird one. Thirsty Suitors.
I just didn't understand the game. You're like just a teenage
You're
girl.
a thirsty suitor. What's not to understand?
Right, you're just like a teenage girl battling like everyday problems for a teenage girl. Like what's the game? We already have Life is Strange. Why do we need this?
It looks like it's a weird like fighting game too. I don't know. It's just kind of confusing.
Yeah.
Like the trailer was just kind of everywhere and it didn't really have like a structure to it. It looked like they just picked out the best parts of the game that they thought was good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then like their taglines: battle your exes, disappoint your parents, find yourself. Okay. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, like, I think it'll have its own. I think it'll have its own like community behind it. When's it come out? No, it didn't give a release next title. They didn't give a release date. It's just which I don't understand. Oh, coming soon. Okay, that's not good enough.
That means nothing.
Yeah, that means that means nothing. Dune Spice Wars.
I don't get the craze around Dune. Like I haven't seen the new movie, so maybe after I watch that, my ideas will change. But like, I don't get it.
I don't either, and it's bothering me. This is just.
It's also a real-time strategy game.
Right, the trailer just sucked. It was just like, first of all, you had to know the Dune universe to understand like the shot that they had, where it's just like a city surrounded by sand and it's just like panning out.
Yeah,
and then it goes to like that sand is in a hand, which rhymed, and then it's just Dune Spice Wars. Like I had no idea this was a real-time strategy game until like it had to be explained.
Yeah.
Like control the spice, control the universe.
Strategy game. Whatever that means.
Yeah, what does that mean? Yeah, a Dune 4X real-time strategy game. Do you go to like the 12th dimension? Like
yeah.
Like what? Early access 2022 wish list on Steam. Okay. I mean, they're really milking this Dune thing. I never even heard about Dune until the movie came out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was like, oh, actually, this article doesn't even have it. And then at the very end, there's just The Matrix, which was all right. I mean, like, they didn't show anything, right? There was the game, which was like a tie into the movie, but even then, we discussed. Oh, that was before. I'm sorry. I thought we didn't mention it. But that's it, right? Like that's I can't think of anything else that was even like okay.
That was it.
That was the problem. That's the problem. Like there's nothing else. Like, but let's go back and talk about this. Like Nintendo literally didn't do. They had nothing.
Nintendo had nothing.
I don't understand.
All PlayStation did was show a Horizon Zero Dawn trailer, and that was it.
Right.
It was literally like Xbox had like what 2 or 3 exclusives, and that was it. But like they didn't do anything. Like last year, they all got on stage and it was like, yeah, we're ganging up against in-game harassment or whatever it was. But like there was none of that this year.
Actually, you're wrong. Actually, in the opening, he was like, yeah, harassment's bad. Texas number.
Oh, right.
Like, what do you do? Oh, actually, we forgot to talk about it. But It Takes Two won game, game of the year.
Oh yeah,
which I'm happy they won compared to Deathloop.
Right. I didn't care who won as long as Deathloop didn't win game of the year.
Didn't win. Right. And you know what? Like I'll give it that. I didn't play It Takes Two. I watched some videos on it. It's very creative. It has a great story
the game
behind
looks
it.
great. I just really didn't think it was Game of the Year nominee, but considering what else came out last year, I can see why.
Right. Like, I mean, Ratchet and Clank was on there, which I don't know. I didn't think it really pushed any boundaries.
Right.
What was the other? What was the last
Metroid.
one? Deathloop. Oh, Metroid Dread. I mean, that's the one I want.
Right. And Metroid, if it had won it, I think we would have seen like a lot more Metroid titles starting to like pump out than like one every 20 years or whatever they decide to do.
Oh, and this is the year that Nintendo finally lost Family Game. Like,
dude.
Yeah.
5 games in the category, you have 4 of them and you still lose. Come on. What's wrong with you, Nintendo?
Dude, I'm like, not that I'm scared for Nintendo, but I'm starting to think that Splatoon and Zelda is all they have for next year. Okay, I'm sorry. I mean, so Pokemon's there, right? But Pokemon's in the very beginning of the year,
right?
And we don't know about Splatoon, and so there's a lot of area of nothing for Nintendo,
right? They have like 4
they
games confirmed for next year, and we don't even really know if Zelda's actually coming out next year.
Right? We just assume because of how long it's been in development. But the problem here is that like, you really had nothing to show. Like, nothing. Actually, nothing. Like, you showed indie games that you didn't even develop.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
So why? Why would you do this? Like, why? You really don't have anything. You don't have any Splatoon 3 gameplay. You don't have. Did you just not want to pay? Was it just like only for Smash? You're like, okay, we're no more Smash, so who cares?
Right. That was all the Game Awards was their Smash announcements.
I'd also like to point out they put like 0 effort into advertising the Nintendo circuit for Smash.
Oh, I've literally only seen the one tweet from Panda about it. That's it. I have seen it nowhere else.
So yeah, I don't know what their plans for that. So, I mean, I guess out of 10, I feel like it's like a 4.
Yeah,
I feel like
or a 5, like right in the middle.
Like I feel like to me on a scale from 1 to 10, 6 is like just acceptable, 7's good, 8's great, 9's great, like really, really great, and then 10's like knocked it out of the park. But yeah, like 5, I think this was below average, like which would be 5 or 4. It's just it was bare bones. No one showed anything explosive. The fact that Alan Wake 2 was the biggest one is kind of a problem.
Yeah, everything outside the game trailers was just like awful. Like there was nothing exciting. And then the game trailers were just like all mediocre.
Right. They're mostly teasers.
Right. There was too many cinematic trailers and not enough like
gameplay.
Right. Here's a new game and here's some gameplay. We're almost done with it. Like we're going back to that mentality from years ago where like they're going to start announcing games like 4 years in advance. And that's like a problem. Yeah.
Right.
They need to follow Nintendo where it's like, all right, here's our game. It comes out next month. Go pre-order it.
Well, see, I was going to bring that up. Like, so yeah, Nintendo does say that, but then they also, what was it in the same stream said Splatoon 3's like next year, like when that came out.
Right.
You know,
but like they had like, 40 other games that were supposed to come out between now and then. So like it's acceptable to have like one big game and be like, all right, this is our next year project, but here's a bunch of stuff to fill it in.
Right.
Whereas like here, like one studio does like, all right, this is our game, but it's not coming out for 4 years.
Speaking of Nintendo, though, I have 2 things to say about them. One, they announced we talked about Hisu and Voltorb. Or wait, no, that's on the stream, not on a podcast, right? Yeah. That was announced. He's Grass Electric, which I think is kind of interesting.
The cool typing, but I also just I just don't care about Voltorb or Electrode. Like I would never use them. Yeah. Unless he's getting a new evolution, that's going to be like sweet. Then maybe.
Right. Because like Scyther did, basically. Right. Like, he got Cleavor, but I think it was cool to watch him roll around, which I imagine that's how he's going to like follow. I think it'd make Pokemon Arceus a little cooler if like there's certain special interactions with Pokemon. Like if it's Voltorb, you can like do like the walking on it and like rolling,
like they did for Let's Go, where like when you have Snorlax out, you jump on his stomach and grab on, and you control Snorlax running around, not your character.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Um, now, I I really wanted to bring this up. I've been seeing so many videos about how this Pokemon or Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl is the glitchiest Pokemon ever. I'm seeing every day new exploits. I saw one where you can guarantee breed shinies.
Oh yeah.
That's insane.
You can
Like,
like copy duplicate Pokemon like with ease. Like it's like simple things you can do. You can go out of bounds to catch Shaman, who's supposed to be like an event thing again.
gotcha.
Um People are glitching up to Arceus's tower, like he's not in the game yet. But you can like
Really?
get up there and then you can like levitate up in the air to where he's supposed to be. But like
Hmm.
it's crazy.
This is this is the problem with giving your game out to another studio for a remake.
Right.
That like you can remake a game. That's not the issue. It's like Nintendo is of all the like the stuff we give them flack for on the podcast. The fact is they easily are the best in refining their game.
Right.
Like it's not even a competition.
Right.
There's no like there's no other studio, no other game company that puts like not even bug fixing. It's like refining a game on release that Nintendo does.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
obviously, when they give the game out to another studio for a remake, it like they skimmed out on that. They
Right.
clearly did.
Yeah.
And it's insane because this is how you get cheaters. Like I mean, and this is actually I'm not even sure this is cheating because I think it's still they still have their original ID tag, which like that's how the game uses to base cheaters on. So like if you're a shiny hunter, you should absolutely get this game of Gen 1 to 4 as like your favorite stuff. You should
Yeah.
like
Oh yeah.
I mean like I was half debating in it because there's like some Pokemon I want for shinies, but then I realized like I like playing competitive, so a lot of them aren't competitively viable. But it's still nice to collect shinies, and
Right.
it's cool
Just to have them.
yeah, just to have them. But this is just terrible. Like this is such like a bad. This is probably this has to be. I'm not saying this is the worst Pokemon game in terms of like gameplay, but in terms of like technicals and how like it works on a fundamental level in terms of like glitches and things you can do that you're not supposed to do. This is the worst.
Right.
There's way too many problems. That like the fact that you can breed like immediately breed shinies, you can access the event Pokemon without even having the event.
Yeah.
Like it's terrible.
It's ridiculous. Yeah. It's crazy that they let that slide.
But so like the thing is, I don't know if it's because they need to release it by the date or because they just didn't do enough play testing.
I assume it's the third party company, whoever it was, just didn't like play test it enough. Because like the gameplay's fine. Like you could play this
Right.
whole story like no problem. The bugs are like
Mm.
all side stuff for like afterwards anyway, for like breeding and the event Pokemon and whatever. But like it's still like unacceptable that any of it's in there.
Yeah, because I mean,
Like
there
if
has been
Pokemon Company were the ones to do it, it would have never happened.
right. Like there hasn't been like there might have been some exploits in older games or even newer games, but not this level of like and also apparently there's a bug where like the shiny charm doesn't work with eggs apparently and some other glitches with the shiny charm. I mean, I never seen a Pokemon game just like where items aren't working like supposed to intend to, where you can just copy and paste Pokemon basically.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
I'm like, don't get me wrong, and you have it. I'm sure it's a fun game fundamentally when you just play it, but in terms of like collecting, it's now too easy because you can.
Oh yeah, they ruined the like joy of it. Yeah, the like fun of shiny grinding and all that stuff.
Like you still have the shiny grind like legendaries. I'm seeing people with like 5,000 plus resets.
The resets shiny, are like ridiculous for like legit shiny catching and stuff. Yeah,
right. So I respect them. Like I respect that takes hours of dedication. Yeah. And it's probably much more boring than shiny breeding because at least with shiny breeding you move around and stuff like that. But this is like, start, see if it's shiny, reset.
Yeah.
And it takes a little bit to load into the game. The Switch isn't the fastest, and the Switch isn't the fastest console in the world, So I don't know. I feel like I'm not sure if they should have picked a different studio to do this, or they really didn't emphasize on how how this should have been done properly, because Nintendo is again known for how great they have the game refined to its core.
Yeah.
So maybe you should go to a studio, or you should have guided them better. I don't know. All I know is that if we're gonna have another remake, actually, wait, was ORAS remakes? Were they?
They were Pokemon Company.
They were Pokemon Company.
Yeah.
So is this the first?
The only reason Pokemon Company didn't do this is because they're working on Arceus.
Arceus.
So.
Right.
Which they could have just done Arceus this year and delayed Diamond and Pearl till next year, or vice versa. Whatever.
I feel like it's so weird that they're doubling up, because I mean, I get maybe Pokemon fans expect remakes on a certain anniversary, but
I think that was the problem too. Well, because Sinnoh's also like the beloved generation.
Right. It's like it's almost like a lot of the fan base believes 4 was the best generation.
I'd probably even say better than 1, honestly.
You know, honestly, this might be a bad take, but I think I'd say a fair amount of them are better than 1, because, and this isn't even Pokemon Company's fault, but just like when they designed 1, the hardware limitation was so rough that like a lot of Pokemon Gen 1 have like polygon like eyes, like it was hard to make the right not movement, but just the way it looks, because it was based on the hardware versus so like, but I don't fault it for that. It still had great design, like Charizard's like perfection, Onyx was unique, all that fun stuff. But I mean, personally, I think Gen 2 is the worst. Sue me.
I hate Gen 2. Any of you Gen 2 stands, you need to open your eyes. Take the nostalgia glasses off. All right? It's not a good game. You're telling me I can't even get half of the Johto decks until I go back to Kanto? What? I'm not playing the whole first game again to get a Houndoom because I can't catch it in Johto.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense. That dex was like, and also the Pokemon weren't really interesting. It's like at the time, super fun, right? But like, wow, man, Grumble, what an interesting
Sunkist.
Whoa!
He's the best of that generation.
Okay, yeah, of course. Like, I hate to say it, but even the Gen 2 starters, if you look back, they're pretty like,
they're still garbage. They still don't have dual typing. This is Cyndaquil's chance to get dual typing and get one up on Totodile and Chikorita with Arceus. I pray they give him at least a ground typing, if not just anything really. But Gen 2 just bad game.
And I also hated that with especially with Typhlosion, that like in the 3D games they just refused to let his fire lit on his back.
Oh, he's always a naked mole rat or whatever. Give him his flames. He has them.
Yeah. It's like that was really stupid. And then for Alligator, like, despite being my favorite out of the 3, he's just too like, he's got like a hunchback. Kill me, kill me, please.
He doesn't want to be alive anymore.
I mean, the 3 starters, love Totodile, love Cyndaquil, Chikorita, but I mean, they're all very cute. They do what they can. The mid forms, Bayleaf sucks. Crocodile,
Croconaw.
Yeah, I liked him the most. I love that design. And then Quilavo is great.
Yeah.
And then the 3 at the end, I don't know why Typhlosion would be the best if his flames were actually prevalent.
Yeah.
That game was just like, I get Soul Silver was like, and Heart Gold were like the best remakes apparently, but I think the Generations was just terrible.
Yeah,
absolutely terrible.
Oh yeah.
So like, if you're gonna give this remake to some, like, for the next game, which would be Gen 5 now, which I am not excited for,
which I assume will also be the last remake, or it should be.
Yeah, you're right.
At least
probably should be. Yeah, I mean,
because then at that point we're into like HD ports, not remakes.
Right.
Like that's all like X and Y and Sun and Moon and those need.
Gen 5 is arguably, in my eyes, is the worst next to 2. I like, they chose quantity over quality. Like because, I mean, like they took a risk and they made all the Pokemon. The only Pokemon you can get in the Unova decks was the Pokemon from the game, like from Unova.
Right.
And I thought that was interesting. That was a very risky play. It's just the problem is that the Pokemon sucked.
Right. They had to create 300 new Pokemon or whatever, and
Right, and like then you got like the last
We
ditch
got
effort,
Garborder and
yeah,
Vanillite.
Vanillix,
Yeah.
Gears,
Yeah.
yeah.
Gears.
So anyway, all right. So we got a few more things. We're gonna do a little longer episode anyway because we missed Friday because vacation time. We can go through them if you don't mind.
Yeah.
What was it called? I love this. Microsoft's selling Xbox Red Ring of Death poster for $25.
I want
the
it.
reason I
It's
hate
so cool.
no, here's the thing. That it's cool, but this should not be sold to everyone. I believe that only the people who experienced it should get this poster.
Right, they should boot up the old computer that has all the files of the Xboxes that were sent back to get fixed and send them out to free to those people.
Right, like that. No, you do not deserve this poster if this didn't happen to you. When I got Halo 3, and it was like Christmas Day or something like that, or my own Xbox or something. Like I remember specifically on a certain mission, I just kept getting the Red Ring of Death, and I had to send it in. It was like the worst 3 weeks of my life. There was nothing to do.
Yeah, and
only those people should get it. Anyone who experienced the Red Ring of Death, which is like most of them, but all of them. Right. So anyone who has had this, I forbid you to buy this.
Yeah,
you cannot have this.
Oh, I remember.
You didn't
exactly.
Earn this.
I think I borrowed Godfather 2 from somebody to play on the 360, and I went home and I put it in and I booted up the Xbox, and then I got the Red Ring of Death and I couldn't play it, and then I had to give it back to the person, and I never got to play the game.
And that person died, and they kept the game.
And it blew up, and now I can never play it.
Right. They kept it in their coffin, specifically that game, never got to play it. It was ridiculous. Also, they released their couple different episodes of like the Xbox documentary, which apparently it's really good. So I'm gonna probably watch that. But either way, that poster is really good. I'm glad they embrace it.
Right?
That's cool. I think $25 is a little much, but I also think it should be a freebie for anyone who experienced it.
Yeah.
Like it's like you are an elite. You survived. You survived the Red Ring of Death. God, that was like the console version of cancer.
Oh yeah. It was so bad.
It's over.
That it just any day it could happen. You don't know when it's coming.
Right. That was it. Oh my God. You're like my boy, my precious boy. What'd they do to you?
Work. Like why turn on? I'm blowing in the vents in the back. Just turn back on.
It's like, God, that was very depressing. So give me the poster, and those who didn't experience it, you don't deserve it. If I see you, we're gonna throw hands, and I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna be like that Burger King Sneak King collector, except with this poster. I'm gonna find who bought it. I'm gonna have like a fake mustache and wig. I'm like, hello, did you in the year of 2010, did you happen to have a Red Ring of Death? No, sir. Well, then give me the poster. You don't deserve it. Deal with it. Although I like the Verge's comment on it. That's one way to make the 1 billion back.
Yeah,
because they had to spend so much money on fixing these. So, all right, well, good for them. You don't deserve it. Anyone who didn't get it. Anyway, in other news, I thought it was interesting. Top-seeded Halo Pro accused of cheating, suspended. This guy's name's Royal 2. He used what was called geofiltering, and just to kind of make a long story short in terms of that, basically it's like a program they use where it selectively chooses a server that gives them the least amount of ping and everyone else a higher ping. Yeah. I never heard of it until I read this article. I thought it was really interesting. They had to do like some research into like the servers and stuff like that, and that's how they figured out he was cheating, basically.
Why?
Not only do I have no sympathies for cheaters in terms of video games, but why do you think you're going to get away with it? It just blows my mind.
You're also a literal Halo Pro. Wait, why do you need to cheat? Are you really that scared that someone's going to beat you? Like, what?
Right. Like, you're still being paid. Like, you're still on a team.
Right. If you're playing this for fun, doing this anyway, like, yeah, who cares?
Apparently it was, so apparently, and specifically this situation, it was the last qualifying match for a major tournament. So if you lost this, you're not, or whatever, you're not in the tournament. But the point is that like we're in such a digital age that I just don't think it's plausible to cheat.
No,
like
they're gonna catch you.
Right. Like they literally have the technology. Like, it's not a meme anymore. Like, they have the technology. What are you gonna do? Like, they like of course, and I mean, he might have gone away with it if it weren't for those damn kids and their accusations that he was cheating. But that's right, Scooby-Doo reference. I got that. So they basically report him. They're like, it doesn't make sense why his ping is so much better than ours. And so he got suspended. I imagine he's going to get booted off the team. Again, if you're cheating in any competitive game, odds are you're going to be caught. And odds are it's not going to be worth it. It's like, what are the odds of you actually getting away with this? Less than 1%. And then even if you don't get caught immediately, you get caught down the road.
Right. And then it's like a dream situation where it's like, oh, I messed up. Sorry.
But Dream made it out alive because everyone just loves
the best creator of the year.
Oh yeah, he's the best. Right. Oh, I thought this was ridiculous. Sony finally announced the PS5 faceplates.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so like, yes, it's a good idea. I'm happy for it, but they basically sued. What was that? What was the other company? There's a company that was originally doing it.
What it was, but yeah, right. It was like months ago that they just sued the guy, and then they're like, yeah, because we're doing it.
D-Brand.
Yeah.
D-Brand faced legal action from Sony, forcing the company to pull its faceplates and replace them days later with a new design and a marketing campaign that mocked Sony's team of lawyers. So I guess at this point, basically, Sony's like, we know we're going to come out with the same colors. Let's sue them, so we don't have to.
Right. They pulled a Nintendo, basically.
Yeah, that was such a dirty move. Like, wow, sorry that someone beat you to the punch for your own faceplates. Right. Like, wow, okay, so then make a different color. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of colors out there, believe it or not.
You could also do ones with like designs on them too. Like that would be nice, not just colors.
Not to mention, you could the fact that this is possible means they could easily mass produce collector faceplates.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need this. Like, this is interesting because you don't need the console itself for like a special edition, like a Gears of War, got Data War 2. Like, you don't need a Data War 2.
I could
special
buy a
edition
faceplate.
Right. So, I don't know. I think it's ridiculous. How much did they say it costs?
They're also like, they're $55 for the faceplates.
Wow,
which is ridiculous.
And the new controllers are $74.99. That are just a different color.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm not paying. I mean, even if I had a PS5, I'm not paying $75 or $55 to change the faceplate.
No. I'll go buy a can of spray paint and get the same effect from it.
I mean, again, unless it was like a Spider-Man edition or something like that, I can understand.
Right.
But it's just a color. Like, yeah, come on, stop. Bad. Okay, I never heard about this, but apparently it's a thing. Riot Games is suing scammers offering people fake jobs at the studio. That's gotta be terrible.
I think that's hilarious.
Yes.
I wonder how far they got with them. Like, were they doing the interviews for Riot?
Yeah, no, they were. It's really interesting. These scammers would go as far as literally having someone, basically one person being like the emailer / interviewer, and then someone else playing the HR role, where they're like, okay, you need to sign these documents that had oh, you got the job here, sign this for direct deposit, which has their bank information.
Right.
It's like, it's funny on paper, but it's like, it's genius at an evil level.
Right.
But apparently Riot's now doing legal action against the people doing this con. But I feel so bad for the people who fell for it.
Well, they made $3 billion last year doing it.
Oh, wait, no, God, hold on. No, I don't believe you. Hold on.
According to an FTC report in February, victims of various schemes lost more than $3 billion.
An increase of 80%.
Right, this isn't even something new. They were doing it the year before too.
That's nuts.
When did they realize wait, I'm not even going to work? Or Riot?
Like, Riot, please. And they're like, what are you talking about? We didn't hire you.
You don't work for us.
That's gonna be terrible because I mean, not that Riot Games is a great place to work because they're still always hit with nasty sexual harassment things, but still it's the biggest League of Legends is the biggest game in the world. So working for them would probably put you in a really good position job wise.
Right.
But That's crazy. Some victims go as far as through fake interviews with scammers pretending to be actual employees, asking questions about the victim's past work history and experience. A fake human resource employees ask the victims for banking information to set up direct deposits, as well as a few $100s in advance for fees they say go towards equipment like iPads. Well, see, that's the part that would make me sus.
Right. Like, oh,
I don't.
I have to
I
buy
don't think
my
any
own
company.
iPad. Like, you're not going to supply me with it, like stuff to do
Right.
my job.
Goes towards equipment like iPads, which with the promise that will be expensive at a later date. See that part that wouldn't fly by me. It's like, so you're telling me you want me to pay as a new employee, pay you $300 to then, and you're gonna reimburse me later for equipment that not only you should already have,
right?
But you're trying to make me pay for. What?
Yeah, that's crazy.
What's going on? Oh, eventually victims figure out what's going on when they try to cash the fake reimbursement checks they receive, or after they contact the real riot looking for information or asking questions. But then it's too late, and many have already lost money or feel embarrassed for falling victim to a relatively new scam. Wow. Yeah, apparently enough people basically asked Riot, like, hey, when are they going to start their job? They're like, never. Because you don't exist.
Yeah, who are you?
Apparently Rockstar Games and Manticore Games, which I never heard of, they also have the same kind of issues. Yeah, I mean, I hope these people get sued out of existence. I hope the people get reimbursed somehow.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how. I don't know how it's gonna work, but that sucks. It's kind of funny, but it sucks.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Little tidbit about Halo Infinite. Finally getting Slayer this week.
Yeah,
that should have been already in. I mean, like, okay, so actually on the 14th, so the day after the episode comes out. Yeah. Which, again, everyone should have already listened to the podcast and downloaded it and told everyone, friends, family, by our Discord, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, literally everything.
Yeah.
We might even make a Tumblr. Who knows?
Yeah. MySpace. It's coming up.
Yeah,
my top hits.
Yeah, so Slayer, Fiesta, Free For All, and now and SWAT. So that's going to come out on the 14th. That's cool. I'm glad. That's
good.
That was needed.
Keep pumping out the updates.
And then the last, but probably the best news of the week.
Oh my god.
Skyrim Werewolves apparently were originally just going to be people with dog heads.
Todd Howard, you are crazy.
I'd rather just be Todd Howard at that point.
Right? I honestly don't even know Skyrim had werewolves. I forgot about that.
Oh, that was like my favorite thing. I love being a werewolf. It was like the coolest. It was really fun. You just go on a massacre. You don't know everything about Skyrim, our favorite game?
Oh, of course I do.
You better. We're not sponsored by Todd Howard just to talk about Skyrim.
Right.
So you should know this. Yeah. So apparently, people at Bethesda were like, yeah, we need to make this cooler. Like, you can't just put a dog head on a person and call it a werewolf. I mean, you can.
You're Todd Howard. You could do whatever you want, but
yeah, apparently, well, I'm not going to say the curse word, but let's see here. Character artist Dennis Mijones, I can't pronounce that. He wanted to make werewolf into a, quote, big-time power fantasy for players. His ideas were met with a lot of resistance from other developers in the Skyrim team. Quote, the fear was it would break a lot of dog poo-poo. And it did break some stuff. And apparently it was kind of a hassle to put into the game. But, I mean, I think it's great. And they finally added vampires later, but... Oh, thank God I saw this part. Although not everyone on the team was happy with having to find ways to make the werewolf work in Skyrim, Majolna says that he had one important champion in this corner. Todd Howard.
Todd.
the people champion. Dude, he knew. He knew this was going to be a big deal.
The next line too. I remember the first time we showed it to Todd as a proof of concept, and he was like, "This is great." People were like, "But hyphen," and he was like, "No, this is going in." So long, doghead. Hello, werewolf. Dude, Todd knew, right? Dude, even back then.
Dude, I think Skyrim was just a fever dream to him, and he made it a reality. At this point, like, no, this is going in.
What crazy things can we put in a video game and get away with?
I mean, it's not even. Well, I mean, technically speaking, the werewolf is kind of like, out of character because you kind of go on like this weird like killing spree with it. Like
Right.
you just have that power, so it's kind of different from the actual playing of Skyrim. But it's really fun. I'm just glad Todd Howard knows it was cool,
Yeah.
and not just have a dog head. Like, imagine a transformation. You're like, oh, it's
just like a
Scooby-Doo
golden
head,
retriever. Yeah.
Yeah, you turn into one of the dogs in the game already. That's your werewolf, just Borf. You're just a dog. Like, okay, I mean,
I can get
like,
behind this.
I feel I guess, man, he must have had a lot of different ideas because I don't know why this is such a struggle. Like, obviously, a dog head is kind of lazy,
right?
Maybe in Oblivion, where like,
right,
you're really limited,
yeah,
right. Yeah, so apparently it was just hard based on animations and stuff like that. But don't worry, Todd Howard is he knows what he's doing. Always trust Todd Howard.
He always knows.
Except with Fallout 76.
Right.
He knows literally everything, every secret, every texture, every line of text in Skyrim.
Yeah.
He knows what's good for Skyrim.
Yeah.
Like,
and these people with dog heads, they're coming. All right. Next anniversary, we're getting them.
Yeah, that's actually a secret in the anniversary update. It's just there's an alternate form to the werewolf. Would you like to try it out? And you're just like, dog head. All right. So that's what we got for today. It was an excited episode. Hope you guys enjoyed.
Yeah.
Again, you should tell your friends, family, loved ones about our Discord. You should join it, our Instagram, because we're posting funnier stuff now and good stuff behind the scenes. Twitter, TikTok. That's always a fun place.
Yeah.
We've got to make a Facebook because Facebook's a dying breed.
Right.
I can't think of anything else. Everywhere podcasts are available. Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Yeah. And we hope you guys enjoy it. We love you. Have a good one, guys.
Bye.